How you going, guys and girls? Luke Lorne from Shilling Entertainment. Anyway, guys, look, I'm sitting here at my favourite park here in Bendigo, doing a little bit of thinking and reflecting and things like that. I'm thinking about what I'm currently doing, but I'm also thinking of the future a little bit. See, in the mind of a creative artist, your brain, you never stop thinking. You're always thinking of other things, constantly, all the time. My brain that literally doesn't stop. I'm always thinking of different things and shit all the time. And I do a lot of brainstorming and thinking and research, and this is the whole process of coming up with films and things like that. This is what I do, and so I'm at a crossroads. I'm at a crossroads in my life at the moment, and the choice is very, very simple. It's coming to me very simplistic now. I'm trying to look at it very simplistic and easy. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. So I've got two choices to make, which will affect the outcome. And that is, I can either continue to go down the dark, very destructive path, or I can acknowledge it and choose to better that life. And what I mean by that, so I'm currently working on Snap Factory. Right? I'm not trying to get too far ahead of myself, because that's what happened last time. I got too far ahead of myself, and it fucked me up. So I'm focusing on I'm focusing on Snap Factory, and I want to finish that film. But then after that, I have a choice to make. And I've been really thinking about it hard. I do want to continue filmmaking, so it's don't get scared. Don't think I'm throwing in the towel and I'm quitting and things like. I'm not. I can't. But I have a choice that I've got to make. It's a very important thing, and I've been really thinking about it long and hard. I've been trapped for a long time. I've been living in a prison. I'm going to try not to get emotional, okay, in this video. I'm really going to try hard not to get sooky. So for a long fucking time now, I've been living in a very dark, destructive prison in my mind. I never asked for this. I never chose this path. It just happened. And I didn't have it. I felt like I probably got control now, but I didn't feel like I had control. I was just doing it. I really wasn't thinking too much into it. I just thought what I was doing was normal. And what I've come to realize that, and this is the power of the human mind, you're a, what's the word? I'm trying to articulate it the right way. You're a victim of your environment. I know a lot of people, some people don't believe in that, but choices are made. I personally think choices are made due to the result of previous actions, things that have happened in your life. It's not always solid, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like if you come from a good environment, you're going to be a good person. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I do believe it has a factor into it. at the end of the day, every individual on this earth makes choices, right? Some are good, some are bad, but everyone makes their own individual choices. I do believe that. I grew up in an environment, and I don't want to get too much into it, but I grew up in an environment that I think it started off all right, like normal people. It started off good. Everything was great. Everything's, and then due to poor choices and poor decision making and all that, you've had to adapt to the new environment that you're thrown into the world. And sometimes you're not even really, most times 9 times out of 10, you're really not thinking about it. You're just going along the ride. And you must be pushing things deep down in yourself in order to survive. And you don't know you're doing it. It just happens that way. I think it's like a defense mechanism or something. You just deal with it. You just get on with it. You just do it. You don't think about it. You just fucking adapt. Humans are very good at adapting to situations and environments. And like I said, with 9 times out of 10, you're not even really thinking about it. You're just fucking doing it because you have to. You got no choice. And it all comes back to all this shit can come down to one simple thing. People make very poor fucking choices, bad decisions. And it has a huge impact and effect on not only them, but it has a huge fucking impact and effect on people around you. The people around you, the individuals around you. And I got told this by a very good mate of mine, and I've actually used it. I've applied this. I think it's a fucking very good, powerful bit of information that he gave me that day. He said, in life, you don't so much worry about you, because everything will fall into place. It'll all work out. You'll get looked after. He said, in life, whenever you do something in your life, whenever you make a decision or whatever it may be in your life, the best thing that you can do is to always think of the effects it's going to have on other people around you. If you can make a decision in life where you know it's not going to affect the lives of anyone else that you love and care about around you, if you can do both, right, really think about it, and you know it's not going to affect anyone, but and you can do both, do it, nail it. But if your choice or your decision is going to affect someone around you that you care about, that you love, don't reconsider it. And that will stop a lot of bullshit. That'll stop a lot of pain. That'll stop a lot of hurt. And this is the problem. Everyone's selfish. There's a lot of selfish people out there, and they only think of themselves. They don't think of how their decisions are going to affect the lives of anyone else around them. And then you spend the rest of your life trying to play catch up. You spend the rest of your life trying to fucking fix what you shouldn't have had to have fixed in the first place. You try to make your life better. And you got to go through all this fucking pain and personal anguish. And it's all over just people making bad decisions, bad choices. And they keep trying to justify it all the time. That's what annoys me. Oh, you got to make mistakes in order to learn. Do ya? Or is that just a fucking cop-out excuse? Is that just what we've been told? I believe that we can go through life trying to minimise the mistakes that we people make. I believe that. If only people use their brains, instead of their fucking feelings or whatever. Most people go through life wanting to be happy, avoiding pain, avoiding painful situations and scenarios. That's normal. But some people are thrown into a world where they don't know any fucking different. And you got to try and make sense of that. And you've got to try and justify that. And you've got to try and keep telling yourself, oh, you know, pain, it's temporary, you know, it's normal. You've got to go through it. Everyone's got to go through it. And you know what? There's probably a little bit of truth to that. You try to go through your life. Imagine going through life with nothing bad happened to you. You had no issues and that. What would you learn? What would you gain? Nothing. So I got a choice to make. And this choice is going to affect the outcome of my future with everything I do in my life up to this point. Very, very important, very valuable choice to make. Either I keep going down this very dark, destructive path that I've been on and not learn and end up in a fucking ditch somewhere dead. Because that's what's going to happen. I've been a prisoner for a long time. The idea, the concept of freedom, of breaking the chains that bind me, just be normal. You know, that's very hard for me to comprehend. You know, I don't know any different. So I'm used to this world. It's very hard for me. So I got to be around good people. If I go down and the film, you know, things go in threes. Snap Factory and The Count is all about me being trapped in a prison. And I'm desperately trying to break free of it. Desperately. You know, you don't realise the amount of thing I've put into this shit. And it's a possibility. With the understander. Or I learned. I look at that film and go, well, it's the start of something, start of pain there, and me trying to break free of that pain and make a movie based on that. There's two outcomes. There's two endings to this movie. There's a choice where I either continue down the path, knowing what I know now, and that's it. Or there's a choice where I make a movie where it starts off like that and it's about me freeing myself, breaking free of the chains that bind me. For a long time I wanted the first outcome. I didn't know. I learned a lot. I didn't know. I thought that was it. That's the ending. That's the norm. But as I've gotten sick and I've gotten better, something changed in me. that I didn't think was possible. That I can be free of this if I want to be free of this. I don't have to live the life that I thought was pre-assigned to me. I don't have to live that life. I don't have to live it anymore. I can be free of it. I don't want to die. I've got too much to live for. I've got too much to give. I don't want that to be the end of my journey. I don't want to die. I want to be free of it. So I'm going to make a movie. I've decided, and I'm writing at the moment. It's my life's work. It's my end game. And it's going to be the start of something beautiful. I'm redefining myself as Luke Lord. I'm redefining myself as a filmmaker. I'm going to break free of the pain and the hurt and the suffering and the misery and the torture and all that bullshit. I'm going to put it in one more film. And that's it. I'm done. I'm free of it. And that movie is going to be called The Understander. It's the Zarian project. It's my endgame project. I think that'll be the next film that I work on after Snap Factory. Because I can't keep living this life. And my life's gone full circle. I held off for a long time on this movie because I wasn't ready to make it. And after this, I feel like I'm ready to make it. I thought it was going to be the event. The event really brings it's a joy film. I reckon that'll be a film that I'll work on after The Understand. It's a film where I can be free, I can be happy, I can make something I always wanted to make that's got no pain and shit in it. It's a good film. But I really think that The Understander is the next film that I work on. It's been a long time in the making, and I feel like I'm ready to pursue that dream, that destiny. And the film is a tie-up. It's tie-up loose ends. It's like a chapter of fulfillment thing. The film is about a boy who grows up. And I'm writing this at the moment. This is going to be a very, very fucking powerful film. It's about a boy. It's my life. Basically what I've gone through, but in a medieval setting. It's basically about a boy who grows up being normal, who has had a good life, and he goes through life and all these things happening, tragedies and trials and tribulations, and anyway, he becomes, his mother gets sick, and, father, leaves the family for some unknown reason and pursues something, and leaves Zarim in charge as the older brother to look after his sister and be the man of the house and provide, look after, and all that type of shit, the pressure on him and all that type of stuff, and then something, he goes out to work one day or something, and something happens. I don't want to spoil it too much, but excuse me, something very tragic happens to his sister, and it changes. He loses the innocence. He loses himself. He gets angry. He loses. He doesn't. There's no emotion. He doesn't shed any tears or grief. He doesn't, nothing. He doesn't. and he's so angry, and he goes on this very dark, very destructive fucking path to pursue his sister's, the person in charge of doing what they did to her. And he goes through life and tries to figure things out and find himself, and he meets people along the way that try to offer assistance, and he doesn't listen, and all the death and destruction and chaos and pain and fucking all that. And then over time things happen and shit, and people slowly get through to him, and by the time he gets to the end there, he has a choice to make, whether he continues to go down the path that he's been assigned, that he's been doing, or he chooses to better his life from it. And that's why it's called The Understander, because that's what the film's about. And I won't spoil the ending, but that's why the ending was probably the part that I couldn't figure out. I couldn't write, because it hasn't been written yet. And this is my life's work. It's my legacy. And, you know, Snap Factory's been over a 10-year project. You know, it could take a while yet. And the way things are going, I knew that I knew in my life, I just had this insight that there was just going to be this one film that would take me so long to fucking make. And I didn't think it was Snap Factory. I thought it was The Understander, but it's not. It's actually Snap Factory, and I knew that could be up. It could be a 15-year project to work on. I knew that, because it just wasn't. There's a lot of shit. This is what people don't understand. There's a lot of stuff involved in the behind the scenes of all this stuff, guys. You know what I mean? And like I said, it wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened that way. But yeah, Snap Factory is just a stepping stone to something bigger. That's all. And I learned a lot from that film, and I learned a lot from The Count, and yeah, I think I'm ready. I gotta give my life some purpose and meaning in it. Can't keep going down the same path. And I think that's what God's been preparing me for, to be honest. That I can't. My films have got to have meaning, power and meaning behind it. Otherwise, if it doesn't have that, there's no point me making it. It's got to make sense. No point doing something that's just meaningless, you know. It's got to have meaning. Anyway, guys, look, I'll leave it at that, I think. Yeah, maybe got a bit out of that. Alright, guys, until next news video, post, whatever you want to call it, and writer, producer, director, Luke Lorna from Shilling Entertainment. And yeah, I'm signing off. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching and listening. God bless. Bye for now. See you guys. Bye.